If you're a bride-to-be, having a birthday, or just having any special occasion and need something sweet to eat, Ruth's Sweet Justice is your answer. They have a variety of cakes. Take a look.
They usually get to try 3 or 4 different flavors of cake and samples of icings and fillings. We personally offer about 35 flavors of cake and about 45 filling flavors. There's probably 7 or 8 different icing choices that they have as well. What's really in right now are stacked cakes, where the cakes are stacked on top of each other without any separation for plates and pillars and things like that. Most brides will have the average in Oklahoma, it seems to be anywhere from a 3 to a 5-tier cake. The tallest cake we have done is an 8-tier cake, but we recommend trying to keep it more on a 3 to 5 tier just because that's easier to cut and serve. And you do have to think about getting the cake out quickly to your guests. You don't want them waiting in line forever for you to get to the bottom of the 8-tier cake. Cakes today can be anything that the bride wants. It's really supposed to be a reflection of the bride. It's usually the last impression that people have of your wedding, so you want it to be really cool. You want it to taste good, and you want it to really reflect the bride's personality. Colors that we see a lot of right now are greens and browns together, brown with anything. Brown with pink, brown with blue, brown with green. Kiwi greens are in right now. We see a lot of that color. Very fresh, very popular. Pink and orange are a good combination as well. You would never think it, but they look beautiful together. Black and white weddings are huge, and they're accenting those with either hot pink, a pastel pink, or bright red. And that's really, really striking and beautiful. And we see a lot of that in wedding invitations as well. If you are getting married during the summer months, May, June, July, you need to plan at least a year in advance if you can. We have people that will call up in April for a May or June wedding, and we're so sorry, but we've been booked up for close to 8 months or 9 months by that time. Normally, the summer months are taken by October or November at the top bakeries and the top florists, the top locations. You really do have to plan from the get-go. Groom's cakes can be everything from a simple little sheet cake to a multi-tier chocolate decadent something, or a really fun novelty cake. The guy's Camaro that he grew up with that he thought he was so cool, or the armadillo cake to the golf bag that he carries every weekend when he's on the links. I mean, that's where I think the groom's personality finally gets to come in. And it's the one time we get to make something about him at the wedding as opposed to all about the bride. And this is a plastic quilting press. And what we do is we let the buttercream icing crust over, and then I am pressing in, and we have instant quilted lines. And so I'm going to line up next and continue on around the cake. And then she is going to have coral pearls that are going to go at the intersections of each of the points, and those have been pre-rolled in rolled fondant. Just going to take a little bit of icing now and squirt little dots where we want the pearls to go. Rolled fondant is a European icing, and it is made with corn syrup instead of shortening. And so it tastes a lot like Lucky Charm marshmallows, is the easiest way to explain it. And so a lot of my brides will do edible pearls on their cake so that it matches the pearl designs from their dresses. And so these will just stick right in here. And then when we get to the actual reception location, she's going to have her cake sitting on a silver cake plateau, like some of the ones we had out in the showroom. And then we're going to be adding a coral ribbon around the bottom that will go around the bottom once we put it onto the cake stand.